We interrupt our program to bring you a special broadcast.
Ooh.
Hey.
Hey, boys.
I like that little intro because it's like we haven't been here in a little while.
Yeah.
So it's like, we interrupt your special report. Here's David Muir.
All right.
Breaking news. Fires in Los Angeles.
Wow. Boys, let's introduce the podcast.
This is why we live in New York, because I don't want a wildfire blowing out my house. But everybody in Los Angeles, stay safe, get out, take your Ubers, you just be safe. Be safe out there, all right? Here in New York, where the temperature is dipping, we are the Wine Boys. You can find us on social media, Wine Boys Pod. Wine Boys Pod Instagram, Wine Boys Pod Twitter, wineboyspod@gmail.com, email, funny videos and inquiries. No sex. We will not be solicited for sex. I have to say that every week now.
Okay.
Because we've got some weird emails. I'm flattered, but I can't accept your offers. I'm at the Zach Edward on Instagram and Twitter, and that's where I'm doing most of my business. My DMs are open if you want to collab, and that's all I got for you today.
Wow. Well, I am open to sexual offers because I have a mortgage. Boys, you can find me at Lord Gerald on Instagram, on
too.
Twitters. Yeah, but times are hard.
Man.
Anyway, find me on Instagram, on Twitter,
the table
at Lord Gerald. And then after this illustrious beat ends, we're gonna hop into the boys. Hop inside of the boys. For profit.
You aware that this is just like a hot tub, but the water is boys?
Yeah. Every drop of water is a boy. Is a young, unctuous boy.
Did you miss us?
Waiting to get you nice and wet.
Okay, all right. Let's start the show.
You like jupe?
You're about to find out.
Ooh. Hi, I'm Gerald.
And I'm Zach.
And we are the Wine Boys. Hey, sluts. I mean boys.
Okay.
Sorry.
He's been nursing a cold. He's very irritable. You can hear it.
I might be coughing a little bit. I'm sorry in advance.
Yeah. So
I will cough drop, though.
Yeah. Cough drop. This segment is brought to you by Cough Drops. Those are you gave me those last year when I was sick, and they'll kill you.
Yeah. These are man drops.
Yeah.
For those of you boys that don't know.
No honey drops around here.
Fuck that.
I kind of want them to be a sponsor of the show.
Me too, actually.
Yeah. If anybody's got a hookup at Sherman's Friend. Is that what it is?
No, it's a Fisherman's Friend.
Fisherman's Friends.
Yeah. So I before we get into the wine, not a sponsorship, but these are like my favorite cough drops. I use Fisherman's Friend, and they are a menthol cough drop. They're super, super strong, but they make your breath smell good.
Yeah, so it's like a strong breath mint, but it also kills the cough.
They open up your world. Like, you know how you pop a Halls in, it's like I can breathe. This is like I'm breathing better than I've ever breathed in my life. Yeah. Like these are fucking.
Did they just
incredible.
give me oxygen?
Yeah.
It's pretty much how it is. But
yeah,
we'd be remiss to say that we've been gone the last 2 weeks. I was traveling. I'll get into the traveling woes. I was in the South.
South?
Yep. Went to Virginia.
I mean, that's like south adjacent. What part of Virginia were you in? Okay.
So we're about.
That's like settlers' country.
That's like the center of Virginia.
Yeah.
Like middle of mountains, Virginia.
Okay.
Very pretty though. Very, very, very nice.
Yeah.
And then last week, Gerald got sick.
Yes.
Couldn't speak. And apparently, during a podcast, talking is important.
A little bit, yeah.
I guess
my voice was gone.
Yeah, I guess that's like the whole point of the show is to speak. So we let you rest.
Yes.
And now we must sing the gospel to the boys.
To the boys. And we will start today.
We must start with it's wine, but it's not.
This is actually not a wine. It's another hard cider.
Okay, because
I got this because
it's fall in upstate New York.
That, and also this is local upstate legendary grocery chain, Wegmans own.
Who was celebrating their 101st store.
Bow bow.
Nice job, Danny.
In Brooklyn, of all places.
Yeah.
I actually texted.
Is this kosher cheese? Like, is this okay? Can I have this?
Yeah. What's funny is I actually text because you just told me this. I actually text my sister.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, they got a Wegmans in Brooklyn now. That's where she lives. And she was like, yeah, I'm going this weekend.
See, it's like going to Disney World.
Yeah, shouts out Janae, shouts out So-Called Oreos podcast.
I'm telling you, I tell people that have never been to a Wegmans before that it is culinary Disney World.
Oh, it is.
You walk in, it's just different.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I went to a grocery store down south that I've never been to. I went to a Kroger.
Oh, you went to Kroger?
It's a very,
It's like going to a fucking Price Chopper.
Yeah, it's
whatever.
laminate floors,
Yeah, it's
high like
cute.
halogen lights. Like, it looks like a grocery store.
Yeah, yeah.
You walk into a Wegmans,
It's an
it
experience.
looks like a goddamn restaurant, but it looks like
Yeah.
a restaurant where you can also buy the food and eat it at home.
Oh my God, am I in Tuscany right now?
No, you're in the bread aisle at
What?
Wegmans.
What?
Yeah.
Is that a fucking balcony?
How many types of cheese do you like? We got 1,000.
Yes.
We have 1,000 different kinds of
1,000
cheese.
cheeses.
This one's from Ireland.
You want a sandwich on a ciabatta roll?
Yeah. Well, guess what? 4 different kinds.
Because we make the motherfucking ciabatta roll in the store.
I don't know if you smell that yeasty goodness, but
It's excellent.
16 different kinds of bread.
Yes.
Yeah.
Broccoli, we have 4 different kinds.
Yep. They even got the purple cauliflower. They got all the weird shit too.
Yeah. Fucking yellow carrots and shit.
Oh God, I swear to God, if
Purple carrots.
Brooklyn, hear
Get
me.
on my motherfucking level.
Brooklyn, first off, Brooklyn, hear my plea. All right, you are getting blessed with a Wegmans.
With a Wegmans.
Okay, I read a report that it made one woman cry. Legitimately, that's how the
Shit.
story read.
I
It
would
said
cry.
made a woman cry.
Yeah.
Okay,
Makes sense.
treat it like it's one of your own.
You cherish her. You treat her like a lady.
You cherish Wegmans. You shop at it. Mm-hmm. Go get a sub on Wednesday.
Respect it.
Wednesday's your sub days.
Wednesday's sub day.
Mm-hmm. And otherwise, no more bodegas for you. You go to Wegmans now.
You go to Wegmans, motherfucker. Okay, boys. Wegmans Farm and Orchard Hard Cider. It's a semi-dry from Heirloom Apples, vintage 2018.
Heirloom apples.
Yes.
Like how that sounds. Sounds fancy.
The back of the label reads, Wegmans Hard Cider. This artisan cider is crafted with heirloom apples, harvested from our century-old orchard overlooking Canandaigua Lake. The fresh, semi-dry flavor makes it ideal for enjoying with meals or simply sipping with friends. We only offer products we love, and we hope you love them too. If not, we'll give you your money back.
Oh, I thought it was going to be something like, if not, then fuck you. Like,
Signed, the Wegmans family. Now, because this comes from a grocery store, they've listed their ingredients.
Okay.
Okay?
They have to.
They do.
Yes.
They do. Ingredients. Fresh pressed New York apples. Sugar,
Heirloom.
yeast, potassium sorbet to ensure freshness.
Yes. It's like a sulfate.
Yep. And that's all I'm going to read. So, yeah.
That's all I'm going to... Why? Because is there a bunch of weird shit, too?
Distributed by Wegmans
Oh.
Food Markets, Inc., Rochester, New York. Bottled by Blackbird Cider Works, Baker, New York, USA. Produced by Donovan Orchards, LLC. Okay. Alcohol.
Equal housing lender. No.
Alcohol, 6.4% by volume.
Essentially a full-flavored beer.
Yeah, yeah. Normal cider territory, 750 milliliters. Gluten-free.
Oh, thank God.
Contains
I was doing all that bread talk.
Sulfites.
I was doing all that bread talk. My stomach was like getting gaseous and like burrowing as we were
Let's
talking
see.
about it.
chill before opening, contents under pressure,
Yeah.
government warning,
Yada, yada,
don't
yada.
drink this shit if you're pregnant, whatever.
Unless you've had a long day, I'll let one glass slip by.
You over 21?
Yeah.
Please enjoy responsibly.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna open this up.
Jesus,
now.
I didn't realize we were doing a click it or ticket ad.
Yeah. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Oh, okay. I'm just waiting for that day.
What, when you catch a Dewey?
No, I'm just waiting for that day when we're reading those ads. Did you know that 1 in 72 people get hit by a train? Just
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rick.
1 in 72. You couldn't make the odds like a little smaller?
Yeah. Now, today we have a cap.
Ooh.
But it's not a Twisty Boy. We got to pop this cap.
Yeah.
All right. Which is actually, I believe, is a first for the show.
We've
pop
had
cap.
We have had medicinal beer for science.
Yeah, but that was in a can.
That was in a can.
Yeah. So
Huh.
we're gonna pop. Well, this is familiar territory.
Ooh.
I don't know how well that picked up, but cap smells like
Sounded like a
cider.
light beer commercial, so
It did.
yeasty.
Very yeasty, appley.
Oh.
I have a feeling that this might not be the greatest hard cider, but we'll see.
Well, you know, we never judge a book by its cover, and we
Listen,
never peel an apple that we don't want to try.
I love Wegmans. I've never had any of their alcoholic products.
Mhm.
In fact, I didn't know they made any until a couple days ago.
Yeah.
When I just happened to see this in the grocery store, and I'm like, I'm buying this. So,
Well, mine.
all right, you ready? Clean your camera lens, by the way. Your shit, it looks like shit, ho. Looks like you're not
looks
doing
like-
the boys. You're
it
not doing the boys justice.
Looks like ass. I got to get a new phone. There's so many things I have to buy. I got to get a new car. I got to get a new phone. I got to refinance my mortgage. There's so many things I got to do.
You're refinancing.
Nah, not yet.
I was gonna say, like,
Not just yet. I'm waiting for the rates to go down to like 2,
okay.
which will never happen.
Yeah, what's this? 98.
Yeah, okay.
Rates are at historic lows. Like
Historic
2000
lows is still 4.
Yeah.
It's not even that low.
They're always at like historic lows
Yeah.
or historic lows for today.
Yeah, because they're trying to sell them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like lowest rate this week. Okay. How's it looking? Is it looking crunchy?
Yeah,
All
crunchy
right.
as shit.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, boys. Let's see. All right, not that bad. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. It's a very clear, light straw color.
Yes. Straw color.
Well, you know what I mean. It looks a lot like,
Pull it up.
I'm trying to think what it looks like. Because champagne is usually more of a golden color than this.
Mhm.
A lot of ciders are too. Very, very light in color. Carbonated, bubbly. You get it's a cider. You get an apple smell.
It's giving me like standard, everyday, like on tap hard cider.
Yeah,
vibes.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Like this could be.
Yeah, give me one of those whatevers.
This could be 1911. This could be Angry Orchard.
Could be,
This could be Woodchuck. This could be anything.
There's so many now.
There's a lot of them. Yeah.
Cheers. Oh, that's nice.
That is nice.
Clean.
Sweet.
Honey.
Yeah.
Got like a honey crisp apple vibe.
A little bit of an acidity there.
At the end.
Yeah.
Kind of
yeah.
stick. Yeah. Tickles the tongue.
It's almost like when you eat a lot of pineapple. It lingers on the tongue.
yeah.
Yeah.
It stays there for a while.
So yeah.
Cool.
That's that.
All right. We've done our due diligence, and now
Yeah.
we must. Should we talk about the gospel?
We're gonna talk about Jesus today.
I think we're gonna talk about Jesus today.
Okay. So one.
Here's the real reason why we haven't been doing our podcast this last 2 weeks. We went to California and went to church. I'm just kidding.
We were in Wyoming.
We were in Wyoming. No,
We're in Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
we were in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. We were hanging out with Kanye. He let us listen to the album early.
Yeah.
No.
What do you think? And then he tweaked it. He kept tweaking it.
So many tweaks.
Oh my god. So
But we didn't. We did not go to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I do want to go someday. Go to church.
Kanye's album came out.
Yes.
It is a gospel album.
Yes.
Now, how'd you feel about it?
It was a gospel album.
Yeah.
It was not really my cup of tea, but because it had the name Kanye West on it, I had to give it a chance.
Well, yeah. I mean, he made Spaceship.
I know. He made College Dropout.
He made the College Dropout.
I mean, shit.
Yeah.
They can't stop me from rapping, can they?
Yeah.
Can they?
Now,
He had his jaw wired shut for like 5 weeks.
yeah, you
Sorry.
ain't got no fucking Yeezy and Serato.
You ain't got no fucking Yeezy?
Now, sonically, I appreciated it.
Mm-hmm.
The rapping
It's a little weird.
wasn't that good
It's a little
in some
weird.
part.
Yeah, it seemed
Some parts it was on.
I was like, yep. This is like
Other parts it was like,
this is giving me some no Church in the Wild vibes. Like I'm okay.
yeah. At some points,
Feeling
and
it.
Other points,
It's just like he just seems like he's just rapping,
phoning it in.
like, just being like, I mean,
Close on Sunday. You're my Chick-fil-A. Come on, dude.
Like-
You can do better than that.
close on Sunday. You're my Chick-fil-A.
You're my Chick-fil-A.
That's some Drake shit. Like that's some
That's
like
not even Drake shit.
Yeah.
That's like some shit that like a toddler comes
Yeah.
up with in like the backseat of the car.
yeah
Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It just
I was bouncing down the street,
But that's
basketball.
that's something I've noticed though with like his most recent projects.
Just a lot of
Probably like his last 3.
a lot of metaphors,
Not just
a lot of similes,
just
lazy artistry.
lazy rhyme. Like the production is always incredible.
Well, yeah.
Like you can tell that there's
Kanye overproduces better than anybody. Like
better than anybody.
if
Like
you-
it's
yeah,
lush.
If you got a big budget music, anything musical or album that needs to be produced to the point where you're like, this album comes out at 11:59. It's 11:55. I got 4 minutes.
Right.
Kanye's your guy,
Yes, and then he's gonna do it, and then he's gonna redo it,
and then he's gonna keep
he's gonna do it over and over again. But I've noticed that though with his last 3 albums, Jesus King, Ye, and The Life of Pablo, was he kept like it just seems like over the last these 3 albums,
just a lot
the
of
rhyming has just been kind of like that wasn't that good,
Yeah.
or like he'll just kind of go into like there's actually no lyrics here. He's just kind of like
he's just
like,
making
you know, like,
noise.
Yeah. Like I was gonna fill that in with something, but fuck it. You know what I mean? Like Jesus knows my heart. Like
Okay, now I get it.
okay,
I love Kanye too. Okay, we I think are open Kanye apologists.
absolutely,
100%.
100%.
I hear somebody going in on Kanye, I go, "You back the fuck up!"
Yeah, like people
You
are
have
like.
I have a couple of things I need
In
to tell
fact,
you about.
in a group chat
Oh,
with
I'm
one
sorry.
of our friend groups.
I was gonna say,
I apologized really hard for Kanye.
I watch and I go, "This is something Gerald would do."
Yeah, really hard for
But
Kanye.
the thing is though is that you did it in such an antagonistic way that it seemed to still upset people,
yeah,
which is why I like it so much.
yeah. Like first, people were texting, "What are you doing tonight?" And I said, "I'm going to see the Kanye movie tonight in sweatpants." And someone said, "There's a Kanye movie and you're paying to see it?" And I responded, "Yes, fight me." And then I waited a few minutes because I realized that might come off a little abrasive.
But it's not. It's exactly what it should be.
And then I said, "I know he's awful, but to me, he's like that fucked up uncle that always took you fishing when you were a kid before you knew he was such a fuck up. Now you know he's a fuck up, but you still love him." That was my explanation. And I meant to even throw in there that,
The fact that you admitted that he was awful, I will not do.
listen,
Kanye's a songbird of a generation.
the Trump supporting, slavery was a choice.
Okay, so there's some choice words.
And then he elaborated on the slavery was a choice, and it was worse.
But
like when he elaborated,
he does have a thought, and
He does.
he has a
He
lot
does.
of stick-to-itiveness.
and I will say that
which
he'll say shit
which
like
I do
that.
admire.
He does say shit like that, and then like I watch an interview with him, and he'll allude to his Trump love, and then he'll say, I came to Wyoming to buy a multi-thousand-acre plot of land because I want to open up, essentially for the Yeezy brand, I want it to be farm-to-table manufacturing. So I want to grow the crops, I want to run the manufacturing plant, and sell the product. Instead of going to China to source all this stuff, I want everything to be made here in America. And we're working with this one organization to give people that have been in prison an opportunity to come and work for us and make a living wage. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
That seems good.
That's really good.
Yeah,
so I'm like, yeah, he likes Donald Trump, but then he says some shit like that, and I'm like,
but then he starts being all philanthropic and like
yeah.
Like I get what he's saying.
And then he's talking about the 13th Amendment and how it's legal slavery, which is true. It is true.
Yeah, I mean, if you read it,
it is
how it comes off.
Yeah,
it's exactly how it sounds.
Because if you commit a crime, you basically lose all of your rights, and you become property of the government, essentially. I mean, which prison labor is a thing.
Real?
Privately owned prisons are a thing.
I would say not publicly owned, but privately
owned. This is a little early to get on our soapbox.
I know, it's like a holding company almost. But
yeah.
Regardless,
Kanye does it. So there's good and bad.
Yeah.
With Kanye,
there's some strange. So many $90 T-shirts.
Listen, I have an uncle that's a Trump supporter.
It's okay.
He's my uncle. Still love him.
Yeah. And
he's a black Trump supporter.
Don't find many of those.
Hey, but he is.
Yeah, there are a few.
And then you listen to him talk about things. He's got some good points on some things.
Yeah.
But then there are some times where he says shit about Trump. He says shit about Obama. And I'm just like, I don't want to be here right now.
Yeah, like, oh, shit.
Oh, God.
Well, this has been great seeing you, Unc. I got to get out of here before you start saying weird shit. Like, here, everyone's allowed to their opinion. They're allowed to speak loudly about the things that they believe in. Now, there's a lot of hypocrisy in the things that he says. But he's a genius.
Kanye?
Yeah.
Musically. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
As a human being, I think the jury's still out on that.
Here's my theory. All right. Kanye, I think music has become so easy. It's not his passion anymore.
Yeah,
he'll put out an album because he feels like putting out an album. I don't even think he has.
No, he's got so much money now. He doesn't even have to.
He doesn't have to. I mean, I don't know the situation with his contract. I was doing a little
on his own
reading
record
about
label,
it now.
though.
Is he?
Yeah, isn't Good Music his own record label?
I thought it was a subsidiary of Def Jam.
Well, because he's
But I thought that early on he signed some fucked up contract where he basically has to put out
an album a year.
Yeah, an album, maybe not a year, but every couple years or some shit like that. And that's part of the contract, and I don't know how much because I listen to the Lazy Rhyme. I mean, sonically, the albums are incredible.
Yeah.
But I listen to the rhyming, and it's like he's kind of phoning some of these lines in. We're quoting scripture a lot. Like, a lot of the albums start out strong, but then you get into it, and it's like, I don't know, man. Like, some of this, it's just lazy. However, one thing that I found interesting about this album cycle was they said that Kanye asked people that were working on his album to abstain from premarital sex while working on his music.
Now,
fun fact.
Nobody is... Well, I'm pretty sure everybody's had sex that has worked on that album.
Absolutely. You don't sing like that if you ain't booked before.
I was going to say, you need to talk... You need to speak with passion. You need to speak with, as if you are speaking to a higher power.
Right. And you listen to the way the Sunday service choir sings, like...
It's just like, people have had sex.
Yeah.
They've hit the high notes. They know. They know.
But one thing I noticed, though, was there is a Kenny G feature on the album. The sax god himself.
Yeah. The sax man.
You've seen that hair.
Yeah.
You've seen some of the hits.
That guy fucks. Kenny G fucks.
Now, I also looked this up. Kenny G is divorced.
So he's fucking everybody.
Kenny G out here fucking. I'm pretty sure Kenny G's single.
He got divorced because he was fucking too much. Mm-hmm. She's like, God damn it, Kenny, you fucking somebody else again?
What kind of balls do you have to ask Kenny G not to fuck?
Big, hairy balls.
Oh, my gorilla balls.
Just balls so big you can bounce on them. Just big black balls.
Jesus Christ.
These salty balls. Just
like, I'm going to come up to you, this man. I'm gonna come up to you. You put out like the greatest Christmas album ever.
You look Kenny G in his eyes and say, I prefer that you wouldn't have sex during the making of this record.
Yeah. Listen.
Kenny, can I call you Kenny?
Okay. He made such albums as Silhouette, Moment, Breathless,
all one word.
Dual Tones. The Kenny G live album from 1989?
Shit.
Oh my God.
Act
and
like,
you tell me.
Act like that wasn't blaring in your house, because in my house it was once.
Oh, my parents played a lot of Kenny G in the house.
My mom played a little. When she was like cleaning, Kenny G was like the move.
Yeah. G-Force, Gravity. What do you think the G stands for in G-Force? It stands for G. Kenny G. Okay? Oh, by the way, Faith, a holiday album?
It's right up there with
Wishes, a holiday album?
Right up there with Michael Bublé's holiday album.
Mm-hmm. Listen.
It's one of the greatest motherfuckers of all time.
And you tell him he's not allowed to fuck? Okay?
You're going to look at him right in his eyes and you're going to go, Kenny?
He plays the most phallic saxophone they make, the soprano sax. And that bitch hits the high notes.
Yeah.
And he don't fuck?
Yeah. He makes love to that saxophone. He's fucking that saxophone. Mm-hmm. You just don't realize it.
I'm pretty sure that's part of Kenny G's rider for like when he goes on tour.
Yeah. Just like Kenny's going to fuck a saxophone. People are just like,
not even a saxophone. He just needs a bitch to serenade. She chooses to have sex with him under her own choice, but they always choose to have sex with Kenny G.
When's the last time you've heard Kenny G speak?
I don't. Without a sax on his lips?
Yeah.
I think he speaks through the soprano sax.
I don't think I've ever heard him speak.
Do you think his saxophone has a name?
I think it's just called Big G.
Big G?
Yeah.
I was thinking she had like a woman's name.
Like a white woman or like a brassy black woman?
I was thinking like, oh, this is, I don't know. Like this is Lucille.
That's great. I was gonna say Lucille's a real good name for a saxophone.
Yeah, this is Lucille. Or wasn't that like B.B. King's guitar's name? I know he named his guitar.
It could have been. Lucille is a great name for an instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He named her, I don't know. But
this is Tony.
this is Tony. Put your lips on Tony, baby.
See? Mm-hmm. See how brassy and sexual that sounds?
Put your lips on Tony, baby.
See? Mm. Yeah. Yep.
Come to the secret garden where temptations come alive.
I gotta be honest that the biggest takeaway from this conversation is I don't know what Kenny G sounds like.
What does Kenny G sound like?
I just want to know. Can we find an interview with like
of Kenny G?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me see if I can find one.
Because I gotta hear what he sounds like.
Me too. Actually, I have
no
idea
if
what this
like,
man sounds like.
I have this feeling that he may be soft spoken.
Yeah.
But then I also think he has this like deep, like monotone voice as well. So I don't know.
Kenny G will go interview. He probably doesn't even do interviews.
I mean, does he do any speaking? I mean, I'm sure he had to speak for himself once in his life.
Here we go.
Or do you just let all the...
Kenny G in the D. Oh, it's a commercial.
No. No.
Jesus, no.
Turn it off.
Fuck. Okay. What the fuck?
All right, stop it.
God damn it.
No free ad reads.
No. Fuck. Here we go.
Talking about on a Friday, we're getting off to a hot and heavy start here. Getting
Hot
some rhythm.
and heavy.
What?
This has been a short week.
Gonna have to get rid of.
we're gonna fast forward
we're gonna have to get rid of that music. Okay. Sounds like Kenny G.
Kenny G and Tony.
Is that?
What?
Is he gonna?
He's
Wow.
just playing the sax, the soprano sax.
Just fucking crushing it.
Oh, he's making love right now. By the way, the hair hasn't changed since
He's had
1983.
the same hair since the 1980s. If there was a live studio audience, just an ocean. It would just be an ocean.
I'm just pretty sure there is a live studio audience.
And that's why nobody's speaking.
Everyone's fully torqued.
Kenny G.
That's right.
Kenny G is
Kenny
in studio.
G
Hey, well, good
is
morning.
in
What's
the
going on?
house.
Good morning.
Now, when you
Good
smooth
morning.
it down for a Friday, that is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you do it.
That's right. Good
Thank
morning,
you so
by the
much
way.
for being here. Good morning to you.
My pleasure. That's how you wake up with good sex.
That's
how
right.
you wake up.
Already.
All right. See?
Then he said, all right, boom. Okay, so Kenny G is a...
Thanks, white local television host.
Yeah, so Kenny G is your stereotypical cheesy white
He
dude.
said sax.
But I knew he was white, but in my heart, he wasn't white.
I know.
But then
and then you heard him speak. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
He,
I'm like,
then he
eh.
used a sexual innuendo within the first 4 seconds of that conversation.
Okay, so this
you wake
all
up
changes.
with good sax.
And that's how you wake up with good sex. Boom. So Kenny G in my heart transformed from like
How do you guys do this
uptown
dance?
cool, from like uptown cool guy to like he is your suburban neighbor that's divorced.
Yeah.
He owns like this huge house and like he has a boat.
What do you think he's doing in there? Like, what do you think he's?
Like
And there's just like a different woman every time.
yeah, like
Yeah.
every weekend, like there's a different woman that just like comes out.
Yep.
Or like he'll go and like take a trip somewhere. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to Aspen with Janine. Like, who's Janine? And it's like
Yeah,
just a friend.
yeah, we just met.
We're just gonna hang out for the weekend, see where it goes. Nothing serious. Like,
And then meanwhile, you're like dad of like 2 children.
yeah,
And you're like watering the garden. But the only reason, mind you, okay, so you've killed the plants because you've overwatered them, but you just want to see Kenny come out of the house, and you like know all of his habits. So it's like
Yeah.
8:05 on a Saturday, and you're just like, oh, honey, I gotta go outside and water the plants. You just did that, yeah? Oh, the ones on the side need to be tended to. So you just go out, just
yeah.
but what you're doing is just spraying the house.
And you
just
see Kenny
spraying-
come out
yeah.
wearing just like pajama pants, wearing them a little too low so you can see the dick root.
Yeah,
And,
he just
uh,
walks to the edge of the driveway to
driveway.
grab his newspaper.
Yeah, no, he escorts a woman out of the house.
Yes.
And she's just like, you know, like she's clearly wearing the dress she had on from like the night before. And then he like, you know, she gets into like the car service he called for, and
Yeah.
then she drives away. And I'm like, oh, Kenny, another one? And then he's like, yeah, Veronica. Like, I think that's her name.
Yeah, I think that's
Anyway, she might come back tomorrow.
yeah.
Maybe later on tonight. I don't know. I think we're going to go skiing next weekend.
And then you're just still spraying the side of the house in the room. Wow, that's awesome, Kenny G. Like,
Kenny G, you're the man.
yeah,
He invites you over to like a dinner party,
yeah, with a different woman.
a different woman.
And then
This
you,
is Janet.
yeah.
Like,
and then you like invite yourself into his kitchen. He's like, oh, got to go get the hors d'oeuvres, and it's like, oh, let me go help you with those. And you just like go in, and then it's like, all right, Kenny, man to man,
uh-huh.
what's going on with you and Janine or whatever the shit her
Yeah.
whatever the fuck her name is? Nothing. We're just talking.
Oop, burning the I don't know. What does Kenny G make at a dinner party?
Like a bruschetta. Like
Oh, there's a bruschetta definitely
Yeah.
sitting on the table. You guys are getting a little risque, so you're drinking white wine and playing
Yeah.
Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah.
You know.
at Kenny G's house.
Kenny's first time playing it, but he's a riot. He loves it, and he's winning.
And he's winning a lot.
Yeah, so he's like,
Yeah.
oh, hold on, burning my pasta carbonara.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you know,
And he's
he
got,
takes
like,
like the dish towel, throws it over his
He's got
shoulder.
like a perfect.
He's got like the perfect,
He's got the perfect wrist like flip.
yeah,
So the pasta is just getting coated perfectly.
coated perfectly with a mixture of pancetta, which is Italian bacon,
Yeah. Got to get the peas in there.
bits of chicken, peas, and the perfect amount of an olive oil drizzle. It's Kenny G makes an incredible pasta carbonara. Okay,
Now, I just assume the dinner's fantastic. They're
Yeah.
going to play games, but before they have dessert, Kenny brings them all in the living room and plays soprano saxophone.
yeah. Actually, but here's how it happens though, because obviously Kenny G has an incredible record collection.
Of course.
So you guys are
So
listening
you're
to like,
admiring it. It's just like,
yeah.
wow.
I'm like, what is this? And I'm like, oh, and he's like, oh, this is actually like a rare copy of Miles Davis live from Tokyo like 1962. And I'm like, what?
How did you get that? He's
You're yeah,
I know him.
know a guy.
I knew him.
Duh. So, and then like somebody's just like, hey Kenny, I hear you play a mean sax. And then he was like, who told you that?
Yeah.
And they're just like, come on, just
Come
play
on,
for
Kenny.
play
Come on.
something for us. Don't be shy. And then like,
He's just like, oh, I'm not prepared.
I'm
he
not
just, like,
prepared.
And he just like pulls it out of a case.
yeah,
It's
then
like right
someone
there.
just like hands him. He's just like, I'm never prepared for these things.
Yeah.
And then he just takes a sax.
Yeah.
Just like hits a lick real quick.
And then Janet went from just like, like interested to just like, I'm gonna have sex with this man
Like,
tonight. Just like, ooh.
Everybody leave. Janet's ready to fuck.
Yeah. All right. Well, dessert is done. So we haven't even had it. Dessert's over. Get out.
Get out.
Kenny and I have some business to attend to.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's life with Kenny G. Kenny G, like he's kind of corny, but he's funny.
Pretty sure we
People find it charming.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we just pitched a TV show.
Of like life with Kenny G.
Yeah.
Like you're Kenny G's next door neighbor.
Yeah. Life in the G.
And I'm like
Life-
waking up with good sax, huh? Boom.
Boom. He is the whitest guy.
Yeah. But you're gonna tell that guy
Yeah.
not to have sex?
But imagine, like, now that I know what Kenny G sounds like, now I can assume the conversation between him and Kanye was very cordial. But then, like, he'd be like,
But Kenny G kept throwing a lot of innuendo in there.
"Yeah, hey, you know that."
Yeah.
Just
And-
like, "Hey, Kanye, was that enough sax for you? Should I turn up the sax?"
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Is that sax hitting you right?
how hard do you want me to have this sax?
A lot. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna pull back on the G G a little bit, but what if I hit that G spot right here?
He has so many saxophone
And-
like sex jokes.
And then Kanye's just like, Kenny, like, come on, man, we're doing the gospel right now. He goes, I'm just asking you where you want me to hit the G spot. Like,
I'm just asking Kanye, please relax.
please relax. How hard do you want me to slap the sax?
Jeez.
Jeez. God, you got a wife and many kids at home that are
Yeah.
every direction on a compass.
You know a little something about sax. I've heard your music.
I've heard you, yeah. Believe me, Kanye, I've listened to every single one of your albums. I'm a big fan.
It is interesting though to hear like Kanye's hard left turn into Jesus. Now, as
When Kanye does things, he does them quick and dramatically.
true,
Always.
and as people that have been listening to Kanye since 2003,
God. I remember when Through the Wire came out. I think that was the first song I cried to.
yeah,
Yeah.
we know a thing or two about Kanye. We know he's
Kanye wa-
Jesus love has always been there,
Yeah.
but it's never been this
Yeah.
pronounced.
It's never been this.
He's never been quoting scriptures or anything like that. It's
like he's really into it right now.
right. But this is coming from the same guy who only a year ago made a song about wanting to have sex with his sister-in-laws
Yeah, I know.
while taking ecstasy. All of his sister-in-laws.
Yeah. I mean,
It was a slapper too.
that shit slaps.
Yeah. Ecstasy.
Yeah. God, that whole album slapped.
So,
All right.
enough about Ye
Enough about Ye. Let's talk.
and Kenny G.
All right, let's talk about
Unexpected star of this conversation.
the unexpected star of this conversation. We thought it was just going to be merely a little bit of sax, but it was a whole lot of
Oh,
sax.
that man gives you some sax, and
Yeah.
he gives it good.
Yeah, really hits that G spot.
Oh, hard.
All right, so let's talk about getting hit hard because we're talking about college athletics now.
Yes.
And believe it or not, this will not be a CTE conversation.
No,
I know everybody.
actually.
The first thing you say is contact sports. Let's talk about brain injuries.
Yep.
Like most of the time, we do.
No, this is number 2 on the college athletics greatest hits.
Yeah.
Pay the boys.
Pay the, ladies and gentlemen, hashtag pay the boys.
Pay the boys. Hashtag the boys are starting to get paid.
I can't wait for it. Now, for purely selfish reasons, so the NCAA today filed a, I guess it's a full-fledged agreement
Yep.
that they will discover ways to pay players for likeness, for basically their attribution to the university, and their overall basically their overall existence at the college. So anytime you sell a number 14 jersey, it goes to whoever's number 14.
Right.
Every time that player is named, that player can get an endorsement deal locally. Like the coach doesn't have to read the local credit union credit card ads anymore. Like the player can just be like, "Hey, this is Ty Johnson for Rasbo Chevrolet." Like it's just like, let me tell you about the Silverado 1500. It's got more pickup than that 1,000-yard season I had last year. Like shit like that. But
which is good.
Selfishly, the biggest thing that is going to be my takeaway from this is: are we getting a video game series? Because I got to tell you, there was a time when I was very young, I was 8 years old, that I was given a game. And it was one of the first games I got for Christmas. I had my OG PlayStation.
Okay.
I got a little game called College Game Day, 1998.
Okay.
Ron Dane on the cover. You know Ron Dane, the Dane train?
Yeah.
University of Wisconsin.
Yes.
Heisman Trophy winner.
Uh-huh.
Basically the biggest, fastest man in the history of college football.
Yes.
I saw this cover. I said, what am I about to play right now? I went into my bedroom. I stayed there for 9 hours and played every variation of college football game that I could play. Oh, maybe I'll play Syracuse against Vanderbilt. Maybe I'll play TCU against, I don't know, Troy University. There's so many choices.
Yeah, so many choices, so many teams.
Yeah, no likeness.
Nope.
It's just QB10 throwing to wide receiver number 7.
Yes.
I knew nothing.
Yes.
All I knew is that the graphics, the game, and the fact that I was watching college football, but also being able to play it.
Yes.
And my life was set. I was set for life.
Yeah.
That's all I needed. I didn't even get a Madden game until the next year. I was just like, all right.
What was your first Madden game?
Actually, check that. I did have Madden 94 for Super Nintendo.
Okay.
So that was, I did have one OG Madden game. But when College Game Day came out, I was like,
in. You're in.
Yep.
But they didn't use any of the likenesses of the players at all.
Nope, just numbers and positions.
That's it.
Yep. Now, the question begs is if they can use the likeness, are we putting names on these players? Because I think a very advantageous position, any video game maker, and I'm talking to you, EA Sports, okay? Electronic Arts, you know what you have to do.
Yes.
Do the right thing. Pay those boys.
Yes. Yeah. And I mean, set it up similar to how you set it up with NBA, NFL, NHL, MLB.
Yeah.
I mean, LeBron James isn't making $1 million off of, 2K.
Yep.
But
here's the one thing I will say. Now, the difference obviously with college is truly how many players are on a roster. There's no such thing as a capped roster in college.
No.
They can have like 58 walk-ons if they want to. They can just have anybody.
Yeah.
They have a certain amount of scholarships they can give.
Right.
But there are some teams that are carrying like 102 guys.
Right.
And you're going to try to tell me that like player number 102 is going to get his name on there?
Maybe.
It's like, here's Chet Cheddarson. He's a overall 46 in the game. Like, he does literally nothing. He's a holder.
I mean, with as much detail that went into like Grand Theft Auto 5,
I mean,
they'll do it.
they'll figure it out.
They'll figure it out. Yeah, they'll figure it out. I mean,
like he dropped in Grand Theft Auto
I'm sure
5.
they already, but I'm sure they already have to reach out to these schools just to use their likeness, just to use the university's likeness.
Yeah,
in the
before
game.
it wasn't an issue because college athletics, although still a moneymaker, is not the juggernaut that it is today.
Back in the 90s?
Yeah. I mean, it's still made money.
True, but
like,
not like now.
If you went to a college football game, which I did when I was young, like 98, 99, like it wasn't like the sponsorship.
No. Like it wasn't like, I mean, back then it was still like the Rose Bowl, the Orange Bowl, the Cherry Bowl. Yeah. Now it's like, the Mercedes, now it's like the Tostitos.
Yeah, the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah.
Which I got to tell you, it was still the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl even in the 90s. But that's just a great name.
Yeah.
Like when I think Fiesta, I think Tostitos. Like that's.
Yeah, or what is it? Isn't the Allstate
It was the Allstate Sugar Bowl.
Yeah, that's new.
But still, that's been there for a little while.
Yeah.
There were like main.
Yeah.
There were like big sponsorships from like food and insurance companies, but now now the bowl games have they're named after the sponsor.
Yeah.
It's like there's a bowl that's literally called the Belk Bowl.
Yeah.
Which is named after the store chain Belk, which is big down south.
Yeah, it's a big southern department store.
We passed one when we were in Virginia.
I've actually been to one before.
I saw it. I was like, oh, that's Belk. Okay.
Yeah.
Never been to it.
It's basically like Southern Macy's.
That's what I kind of thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's across the street from James Madison University, which is a humongous campus we drove through when we were going down to Roanoke, Harrisonburg, Virginia. Big ass campus.
Yeah. But you look at how much money these universities have made from having large athletic programs, primarily football and basketball. And you see how much the universities have benefited off of literally like these kids' labor.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
This 5-star recruit is busting his ass because he knows that he has to play at least 3 seasons, so then he can ultimately, live out his dream and make money off of his true athletic talent.
Which still isn't a guarantee. I mean,
it's 1 in a million.
Yeah,
it really
yeah.
is. Like
and even then, once you make it to the NFL, the contracts aren't guaranteed because they know you're going to get hurt.
Yeah, it's almost. I wouldn't say it's almost a guarantee, but there's a high probability that you are going to get injured.
Oh yeah, I mean, hell, I have 4 running backs on my fantasy football roster.
All of them are hurt.
2 of them are hurt.
I've got 4. I had to put 2 players on IR the last 2 weeks. I'm just looking at my roster, being like, I have I literally don't know the name of my running backs.
Yeah.
I don't even know who they are.
Right now, I got Latavius Murray.
Yeah, who's been great the last couple weeks.
Because the guy that starts over him was hurt.
Yeah.
I've got David Johnson.
Who's hurt.
Chase Edmonds, who I drafted on purpose because he was David Johnson was my number 1 running back that I drafted this year. And I was like, okay, stud running back, I'm getting his backup.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It's always a good idea to have an insurance policy.
His backup is hurt now. Like two games into playing.
I know.
His backup is hurt.
And they just traded for another running back.
They did. I can't remember his name. But
Kenyon Drake.
I think someone already picked him up, though.
He's on my roster.
You picked him up?
I drafted him.
Oh, you drafted him?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's playing on the Dolphins. The Dolphins are.
Yeah. Everybody wants off of that sinking ship.
They're letting everybody off the sinking ship.
Yeah.
There was okay.
And I'm like, fuck, I got to find another running back, and the top-rated like free agent running back in our league plays for the Dolphins. I'm like, God damn it.
This is a quick aside, and then we'll hop back in. The Dolphins had a 2-touchdown lead last night, and then they did. Then the second, no, it was the first touchdown I think they gave up. Was so painstakingly obvious that they're trying to throw the game.
Yeah.
Because it is 3rd and 20.
Yes.
Okay. Pittsburgh. There's 45 seconds left. Pittsburgh is at their is at midfield. Okay. They got to get 20 yards. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, in normal football brain, regardless of what defense you call or anything like that, you drop everybody. You rush 3, drop 8 guys.
Yeah.
And you just make sure they don't get that first down.
Watch the deep ball.
Yeah. Just keep them in front of you.
Watch the deep ball, and really like the defensive line just
rush 3 guys. Maybe there's a breakdown in blocking scheme. You can squeak through, maybe get a sack.
Really just you're praying for an incomplete pass. That's
not
really
even,
what you're
or a 5-yard completion that may get 12 yards.
Maybe.
It's still 4th and 8. They're going to kick a field goal.
Yes.
At worst. Okay.
Especially from the 50-yard line. Yeah.
Now, what I saw, which is the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do, was a 8-man flooded box, which 8-man blitz package flooding the offensive line. So they are going all out blitz. They're dropping 3 guys man to man, including 2 safeties.
I mean, it's not like the Steelers have ever been known for being dangerous at the wide receiver position.
I mean, a couple of times in their career, but and the thing is though is that the guy that caught the touchdown was their rookie 3rd round pick. Mind you, this is what happened. It's a shotgun snap. Snaps the ball. This receiver runs a 3-yard slant. Okay, And then he just realizes, holy shit, the whole field is open. So like you have to
Not expecting this one.
I know. You have to I swear to God, you have to like just look it up on your phone or like pull it up on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
And he catches it and then just fucking runs, gets one block and scores. like and
man.
then even the commentators are like trying to keep it together. He goes, I don't know what they're thinking. Like doing an 8-man box, it's 3rd and 20. That doesn't make any sense.
No.
And then everybody online is just like, okay, now if you didn't believe the Dolphins were trying to fold the season, look at the way they just called defense.
Yeah, yeah.
They might as well just ran 8 guys out there.
At this point, it's like, listen,
Like
we're playing to get a high draft pick at this point.
we're trying to get the number 1 overall pick so we can take that piss missile from Alabama.
Yeah.
The guy that throws the ball so high and so far that he literally throws the perfect rainbow. Mm-hmm. All of his passes are perfect. I've never seen Tua Tagovailoa throw a pass that wasn't beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Even his shitty throws look nice.
Yeah.
Like that's an incompletion, but god damn it, did that look good.
The problem is, though, is that, and this is really what professional sports in general, it's not about the players. But individual players don't win championships.
No, collective effort wins.
Collective effort, a strong program,
Yep.
strong ownership wins championships.
That's why Tom Brady's won 6. He's the most recognizable player.
Yeah.
I hate when people shit on Tom Brady because he got in a good situation, he exploited that situation.
Yes.
Okay. And also you gotta remember too, there was like a large 9-10 year gap where they didn't win a Super Bowl.
No. In the Bledsoe years?
No. In his years.
Oh, yeah.
They
you're right.
won Super Bowls in 2003 and then 2004, and then they went again to 2010,
Yeah.
2011.
Yeah. I mean, granted, always a strong season.
Always 11-5, 12-4.
Yeah. Consistent playoff appearances.
Yeah, they lose in the first round sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's like whatever. But now they're doing it so often and so easily.
Yeah.
That it's just like, oh man, Tom Brady's just a part of the system. It's like my dude has been playing for almost 20 seasons.
Yeah.
You don't just play 20 years if you're not okay at your job. Like
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And I think him and fuck. What's the head coach's name? Just left my mind.
Bill Belichick.
Yeah, I think him and Bill Belichick basically just sat down and just said, okay, we won a couple championships before together. What did we do those years that worked?
Mm-hmm.
And they studied, they went back, they looked through everything, and they said, okay, let's do that.
Let's do that. Now, what do you know? Now they're in the Super Bowl every year.
Yeah, consistently.
Consistently.
Who is New England going to play this year?
I don't know.
And I think they've realized, okay, we got to have a deep bench.
Yeah.
And it's
Yep. And they probably, that's the thing too. And they also look at Tom, and he's 42.
yeah,
And then they're like, what can we do to ensure that we can keep you up healthy?
Mm-hmm.
We give you enough to be sustainable, but what else can we do? Oh, have the best defense in football. Let's do that.
Yeah.
And now they have the most dominant defense in football. Mind you, they haven't played anybody. They've played their schedule's the 32nd ranked schedule in the NFL. Now, listen, you can't complain because you play who you play.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
NFL makes a schedule, and you go, all right, go out there and play the teams you
And
get.
honestly, the NFL makes its schedule in a very non-biased way. I was actually reading about this the other day.
Mm-hmm.
They make sure that every team plays each other every 4 years.
Yep. So each division plays the division. So
Yeah.
this year,
So like this year, for example,
the-
you had Philadelphia
Yep.
playing against Buffalo.
yeah. So the AFC East plays the NFC East this year.
Right.
And the AFC East is playing the AFC West. No. Who are they playing?
Yeah.
No, they're playing the AFC North.
Right.
Okay.
So you always play against each team in your division twice.
Yep. And then you play against two. You play against one division
Mm-hmm.
in the NFC, and then one division in the AFC.
Yes.
And that's who you play.
Yeah, and it's a very fair way of doing it because
Mm-hmm.
you're rotating. You're making sure that everybody plays everybody.
Correct.
So now, granted, yes, it just so happens that this year the Patriots have an easy schedule.
Yeah. Well, they're playing the AFC East,
Yeah,
which they play every year.
True.
Yeah. It's fun to get the Jets and Dolphins twice a year.
Yeah.
Thanks for the 4 layups.
Yeah, that's true. And also,
Yep.
the Jets and the Dolphins have been consistently terrible for the last
The Bills
10
are,
years.
Bills
the Bills are
formidable.
actually looking good this year.
Yeah, formidable.
For once in how many
Except
years?
on Sunday.
True.
And the
true.
Eagles went in there and beat that ass.
I mean, you're playing the NFC East.
Yeah, that's a tough division.
That's
Yeah, it's good.
consistently been a very, very competitive division. My theory is, and I'm an Eagles fan, the NFC East is so consistently tough. That's why those teams can never make it past like the second round of the playoffs.
They beat the shit out of each
because
other.
they beat the dog shit out of each other all year.
Yep.
You know?
That's how I feel about. I mean, I'm a Detroit Lions fan. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But that's how the NFC North is, though. So you get
Yeah.
Detroit. They got to play Chicago. It's got
Yeah.
that mauling defense. Minnesota defense.
Yeah.
Green Bay.
Yeah.
Rodgers. I mean,
Yeah. Just those are dog fights.
yeah, they're all tough games.
Yeah. And that's why.
That's why they haven't won any of them yet.
Yes. Because those are tough, harsh, cold weather games. But I digress.
Yeah.
That's the reason why Thomas Brady.
Yeah. The
has
greatest living
managed
American,
to-
Tom Brady.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Somehow we ended up talking about NFL, even though we were talking about college
Well,
football
I think
players.
this is a perfect way to bring it back because when
Yeah.
Tom Brady was at Michigan.
Okay.
Let's talk about Michigan.
By the
Now-
way, Tom Brady, not exactly an elite athlete.
No, God. Did
By
you,
any means.
I love those old scouting combine videos of Tom Brady. It's just like, here's Tom Brady, this fucking tree. Like, look at him. He's just
Running
this-
a totally average 40.
Yeah, he's running like a 5 flat 40. Like
Yeah.
he's like he has the vertical leap of like one loose leaf piece of paper.
Dude,
like
he's got fucking offensive linemen outrunning him.
Yeah.
On, outweigh you by 100 pounds, and I'm going to beat you
It's
by
just
like a tenth of a second on
he's
the
got
40.
a decent enough arm. His throwing motion's a little long.
Yeah.
He's tall. He looks durable.
Yeah.
It's like maybe
That's an
some.
advantage. You can see over the center.
Yeah, he's super tall. But
How tall is Tom Brady? 6'4"?
6'5".
Six.
He's tall as shit. I don't know. He's anywhere between 6'4" and 7'1".
Okay.
He's tall.
6'5" and Uggs. Haha.
And man Uggs.
Yeah. Mugs.
But bringing it back to the college likeness thing. So that's another thing I was thinking about too. Is Jim Harbaugh's khakis going to be like a thing? Like, are they going to be like?
I
Hey,
mean,
hey
he's
coach, thanks for those khakis.
he's
The
a
Jim
coach. He can
Harbaugh
make money
brand
off of
khakis.
his likeness, though.
I don't know why he hasn't. I hope he has a brand of khaki come out.
Well, I'm sure you heard about that legendary tale of what happened with the Big East and like their Nike sponsorship back in like the 80s, 90s?
Was that told in the 30 for 30?
Yes.
Oh God.
And how like basically Nike went to all the Big East coaches at the
Yeah.
time and had them sign these incredible endorsement deals where they made millions.
They were
So-
like they were like the originators
Yes.
of the
So
the the college endorsement deal.
yes,
Yeah.
so they went to Syracuse, they went to Georgetown, they went to Connecticut, UConn,
Yeah.
they went to St. John's.
St. John's, New York City. I mean, go
Yeah.
to New York City.
Yeah, and they basically said they probably did this during the Big East tournament one year.
Yeah.
Like Big East tournament '84.
And everybody's here.
Yeah. So they went to all like the big
Elite
basketball
programs, yeah.
powerhouse programs of the Big East and gave these guys like multi-million-dollar contracts to not only make all of their public appearances with their teams while wearing Nike products, but to outfit their respected universities in Nike.
Yep.
Which is the reason why all of those schools to this day are still Nike schools.
Except, well, I think there's choice schools that are Jordan brand, which is it's Nike.
It's a
It's still Nike.
subsidiary of Nike.
Subsidiary of Nike. But
Yeah.
there's certain schools that North Carolina,
Yep.
obviously. Michigan is now a Jordan brand school.
Yeah. But those aren't Big East schools, though.
I'm trying to think. There is a Big East school that is.
Former Big East
Former Big East
school,
school.
yeah.
Georgetown is too. They're a Jordan brand.
They're a Jordan brand school now?
They are. Yeah.
Okay. But even then, it's still like, we went down the hall.
Yeah,
Like,
but like Syracuse has their like Nike. They're a part of the Nike Elite program.
Yes.
So they have all of like the silver trim and like the very brash, bold
Yeah.
lettering. A lot of black block lettering. A lot of
yeah.
bold color schemes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, like Nike is the reason why though. Like you're not going to see any other brand pretty much.
No.
In the NCAA,
No.
you're not going to see Under Armour. You're not going to see Adidas or anything like that.
You did see some, but like certain football programs, like actually back to Michigan. Michigan for a long time was an Adidas brand for about 10 or 15 years. Like
Yeah,
they were,
yeah.
But they were the one school that was just like, wow, Adidas, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody else is wearing Nike.
Yeah. And then I think Notre Dame did something like that too.
Yeah. But even
And
then, it seems
yeah.
like Under Armour has like high school sports locked up.
Yeah. I think the University of Maryland's an Under Armour school.
They are. They are.
So that one's that. Where's Under Armour headquartered? Are they headquartered
That's
in
a
Maryland?
good question. I don't know.
I actually don't know.
Because I know that, like Oregon, for example,
Is in Eugene,
Oregon,
which is where the University of Oregon is.
Yes, and that's where Nike was founded, and they get all of the dope. Like,
Well, they are the Nike test school.
yes,
They
so
get
they get
all the
everything.
cool shit.
Yeah. I mean, you ever see those Oregon
Under Armour's
Ducks?
global headquarters is in Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
So that makes sense.
You ever see like the Oregon Jordan 3s?
No, I haven't actually.
Oh my God!
Are those,
you gotta
are those
get
the
it.
one? The ones. Use words.
Mhm.
Are those the ones with the gold going through them?
I think so.
Are
They have the duck on the back where like the Nike logo, the
Yeah,
Jordan logo
I
is.
think I've seen it.
Let me go into my. I gotta pull it up on StockX.
That's another thing too. Is I love the gear because college football in particular, they get, I think at minimum 5 different knits. So they have like your home away, an alternate, and then they have 2 specialty alternates, which is for like the celebration of a national championship team, or like a veterans or ROTC appreciation, things like that. Like God, who did it? I think Texas A&M, because they're a military school.
Yeah.
They have jerseys, and in the block numbers, they have like the camouflage going through them.
Yeah.
Like certain games, like that too. I think that's another thing you take into consideration with like the likeness of players.
Uh-huh.
Now you get all these like alternate jerseys, and it's like, oh shit, I can get that guy's name on one of these like alternates. That would be sweet.
Yeah, look
'cause-
at these. I found them. The Jordan 3 retros. They're the Oregon Ducks pit crew in white. Look at these.
Oh, I've seen
Yeah,
these.
so
Those
they have the O on the tongue, and they got like the duck feet on the back.
those are pretty dope.
Those are fun. And they're going for like $3,600 on StockX. How much are they going for my size?
God, $4,000.
About 10 grand. $9,985 for a size 12.
Can you imagine having that kind of money for shoes?
Jesus Christ. Oh, but the 4s are.
You sponsor this podcast, you can have money like that for shoes.
They don't have the 12 in my size available. But
I am 12.
I am 12. Daddy, where's it? But even then, you look at the 5s too.
Mhm.
The 5s are fun. Look at these. They're like a green suede.
Ooh,
Look at those. And they got like the duck head on the back. Oh my God.
I want a pair right now. How much are they? Put them in my cart.
All right. They're $9 grand. Oh, wait, what size are you?
I'm a 10.
You're a 10?
Yeah.
They don't have them available.
Fuck.
Yeah, they don't have them in a
I
10.
can squeeze in a 9.5 into Jordan.
Okay.
Oh, 10.5. Maybe a 10.5.
It's still, yeah, but it's fucking crazy though how much a resale is on those. Reason why so is because they make so many like limited numbers. So yeah, players can now profit off their likeness.
Yup.
Yep.
All right. Since we are now turning the calendar to November very soon, it's starting to get in that charming, cool chill in the air. What is it's almost Christmas.
Ooh.
It's almost the holidays.
Ooh.
And with that comes my favorite Boyz pastime,
Okay.
which is drinking wine by the fire,
Ooh.
listening to smooth tunes by Dean Martin and John Legend.
Oh.
Oh, John. Oh,
John Legend?
yeah. The R&B singer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So John Legend, Mr. Teagan, Mr. Teagan, John Legend has said, now very, very often R&B singers will do their soulful renditions of old-timey Christmas songs. Very common. Almost everybody has done it. However, John, can I call you John? John
Please.
Legend, JL, is putting out a record of Baby It's Cold Outside in what he calls a, quote, more woke way. A woke version of this. Now, I'm all about woke culture. We are of the culture.
Of course.
The boys are woke.
Of course.
We're woke as fuck.
Yeah.
We're woke AF. All right? I just have this feeling that a couple of things are going to happen.
Yeah.
That somebody is going to mistakenly find the version of that song that, like, Michael Bublé did.
Yeah.
And then he's going to get all the blame.
Uh-huh.
People will be like, that Michael Bublé is out of control, telling him he's putting things in girls' drinks. What? He's got a lot of nerve. And then somebody's going to be like, Dean Martin actually who the fuck is Dean Martin? Like, that's what I'm expecting to happen when something like, when a song gets recreated and remastered to a more woke, non-traditional version. Like, that's how I think about it. Because I just think of, like, the kids. I think about kids, and that's kids. And I think that they're going to just start a witch hunt, and they're going to find the first person that, like, who used these lyrics, and then they're going to start blaming it on somebody that doesn't get the blame.
Yeah.
It's like, Dean Martin. It's like, Dean Martin's dead. It's like, like, when Dean Martin was singing the song in, like, 1956 or whatever the fuck.
I mean, he was drunk.
Yeah.
When he recorded it.
They all were drunk.
I mean, Dean Martin spent a smooth 2 decades drunk.
Yeah. From when he started his career to when he ended it, he was drunk.
Yeah.
So when he's singing this song about making sure a woman doesn't leave a bar, he's trying to take her home.
Or is it his house?
I thought she was at a bar.
I thought it was his house.
Okay, regardless. So he's at
Okay.
home. So he's trying to bring her to bed. As a drunk man in the 50s, I don't really think there's a lot else going on in that transaction. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
But baby, we fucking tonight.
yeah, basically. Like,
Without saying that.
Yeah,
you know,
like-
it was the 50s.
it was the 50s, so they weren't, baby, are we shagging tonight? Like, it's just,
70s. But yeah.
that is the,
Yeah.
What did they say? What did they say in the 50s? Shall we make some whoopee? Like,
Yeah.
but
Let's make ugly faces. Like, I don't know what they said. But I did find the
why
original
don't you
lyrics.
tickle my pickle? Like,
I found the original lyrics, and I found John Legend's revised lyrics.
oh, are they posted?
Yes, I found them. So I'll read the lyrics.
All I can think of is like John Legend being like, "Can you sign this consent form?"
Yeah. So let me read now Dean Martin's original lyrics. The woman is, I really can't stay. And then Dean Martin's like, but baby, it's cold outside. And then she says, I've got to go away. And he says, well, baby, it's cold outside. And this evening has been.
I think he's drunk because he keeps saying the same shit over and over.
Yeah. This evening has been. And then he's like, been hoping you drop in. And then she's like, so very nice. And he says, I'll hold your hands. They're just like ice. And then it's, my mother will start to worry. And he says, beautiful, what's your hurry? So basically it's, I gotta go. And then he's like, nah, bitch, stay with me.
He's like sexual advances,
No.
denial.
The John Legend revised lyrics are, and they just include this. I really can't stay. Baby, it's cold outside. I've got to go away. I can call you a ride.
What'd I say?
Okay.
Didn't we both say that? We're like, I'll get you a cab. Like,
Yeah, let me keep going. This evening has been so glad that you dropped in. So he's thanking her for coming as opposed to
Making advances.
been hoping that you drop in.
Yeah.
It's I'm glad you dropped in. And
Oh,
then
I
it
knew you were
says,
coming, yeah.
so very nice. Time spent with you is paradise.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah.
So, John.
Come on. And then my mother will start to worry.
Let me give her a call.
Hold on. I'll call a car and tell him to hurry.
I knew it. God, I could
Fam.
write this. I could write this shit.
Well, granted, gentleman moves.
Okay,
Okay.
it's John Legend.
She is saying in the song, listen,
He's swerving hard. Yeah.
I gotta get home. My mom's gonna worry.
Yeah.
It's bad outside. I'm trying to leave. And basically as the man, you're saying, it was great to spend time with you tonight.
Let's get you home.
Let me help you get home.
Okay, and that's it.
Let me help you get home.
Yeah.
Which is definitely a good, classy way of going about it.
Yeah.
But the way they phrased it is like this is a revision of the song for the Me Too Time's Up moment.
It's more woke.
Here's my issue with this sentiment.
Can I ask
though.
you? Can I ask you a question?
Mhm.
Which one would you listen to over?
Okay,
It's a good question.
I got a bias here.
It's because you love John Legend.
But also I worked in retail for years
And you heard
during
that
the holiday
song
season.
so
I've heard that song so many fuck. Well,
Me
you
too.
worked in retail
too.
during the holiday season.
Fucking Target.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh my! It was terrible, wasn't it?
I feel like Dean Martin was behind me. Mm-hmm. Like,
And it
baby,
was-
it's cold outside. It's like, don't touch me.
Now, for the boys out there that have never worked retail, which neither of us do anymore, but
Yeah.
younger days, you need money.
Yeah.
Working in retail in the
I gotta
holiday
buy.
season.
I gotta buy light beer. All right,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Working in retail in the holiday season is the absolute
Sucks.
fucking worst. People are shitty because they're all stressed out as to how they're going to afford to buy all this overpriced shit that they can't afford.
Yep.
For
their bratty
for their fucking
kids.
rotten kids. But on top of that, you have to listen to holiday music
Got it.
during the holiday season.
Yeah.
There's only so many Christmas songs.
Yeah. There's 8. There's 8 Christmas songs total, I think,
Yeah.
and there's 97 variations of each song.
Yes. But
It's like, wow, is this Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? No, this is the
Right.
Taylor Swift version. Okay.
okay, same song.
Yeah.
Same song.
Different cadence.
Yep.
Sometimes a little toss in some lyrics I didn't hear before.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, because I remember working at Radio Shack, which I've talked about ad nauseum, because we had Sirius satellite radio.
Get out of the rabbit hole.
Yeah, because we had Sirius satellite radio in the stores, like you could explore the channels a little bit, but it had to be holiday related. Of
course, yeah.
But there's so many different like holiday channels on Sirius that you can like switch it up a little bit.
There are. Doesn't Sirius offer a 100, like a 100% holiday station? Like, isn't it just holiday
Yeah,
music?
they have a few of them.
They have a couple. Mm-hmm. I would say, and there's terrestrial radio stations that are just holiday music.
Yes.
Which to anybody that made that decision, I don't.
Dude, and their rotation is not that deep.
I was gonna say you can only hear the same variation of "Baby, It's Cold Outside" before you're like,
They ain't the 2015 Golden State Warriors. I'll put it that way. It is not that deep. It's like the same 20 songs on repeat for like a smooth 2 months. Like
I think 20 is being incredibly generous.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's like 7 songs.
Yeah.
I-
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah.
Bing bong, bing bong. There'll be much mistletoeing.
All right,
and
you're gonna give me a fucking nightmare.
and you hear this, and
I
then someone's
had-
yelling at you because you ran out of the specific Boost mobile phone they want.
I had a legitimate nightmare last year, and it was because of the Salvation Army bells.
Oh my God.
And I legit had a dream that I was spiraling around Salvation Army bells, and I woke up and I wasn't even afraid. I was just like, I like started looking around. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And then it was on a Saturday, so I woke up. kind of early. It was like 7:45. I was like, I'm not going back to bed. And my girlfriend came downstairs and she goes, why are you up so early? I said, I kind of had I can't really call it a nightmare. She's like, what happened? I was like, I was spiraling around Salvation Army bells. She's like, what? She goes, what do you mean spiraling around them? I was like I was in a vortex and it kept spinning, but the vortex was made of Salvation Army bells.
All right.
And she goes, cool, I'm gonna go make some coffee. She goes, like, you weird psychotic fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
she didn't even say, like, let's unpack this.
yeah.
No, just,
do you want to talk about it? She goes, you're a weird fucking guy. And then she just walked away. And I was like, it's good that she tabled it, because I would have started being like, I think it's because of my dad. And then we would start peeling back like the onion.
yeah, just
And then
layers and you're crying.
we
and-
get to the crux of the situation.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
It's just like, it started with that JCPenney Santa.
Well, I was 5. So many years of like childhood trauma just really bubbling up to the surface.
Yeah.
It's healing.
So fucking bells.
Oh my god.
JCPenney Santa Claus.
The JCPenney Santa.
Yeah.
The
Oh, I'm
picture
sorry.
like your mom has in a drawer
No, I'm
somewhere.
sorry. We were one of those classy kids. We went to the Sears Santa Claus.
Oh, the Sears Santa.
And before we went to the Sears Santa Claus, we got our grayscale Christmas photos in the Sears photo gallery.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So there's a picture of you at like your mom's house somewhere.
Actually,
You were like wearing a turtleneck that you fucking hate.
You're painstakingly close.
Wow.
My mom did a photo shoot, a holiday photo shoot with me and my brother when he was first born. It's my favorite photo of my brother because he is so fucking fat as a baby. Like he is the fattest. Like he has no neck. Like his face and body is just has eaten his neck.
So you're what, like 4 or 5 years
I'm
old?
5. I think he's
Okay.
like 6 or 7 months.
Okay.
So just imagine my brother Ian.
Yeah.
Okay, imagine him. Okay, so imagine Ian how he is now, shrunken down into fat baby. Like, it's
No beard.
It's funny, right?
Yeah.
But he's the happiest kid. So there's this picture, and he's wearing what I can only describe as like an Elf on the Shelf outfit. Like it's this red like Santa suit, and I'm wearing like this kind of turtleneck like red shirt with I think like a Christmas tree button or something on there. And it's a good quick photo. I'm smiling and my brother's smiling, but he is like so shrunken down that it looks like he almost looks like he's kind of like stuck in the sweatshirt. Like he's just like, I don't think I can get out of this thing. Like oh my goodness. And
I don't have much core strength yet.
oh yeah, no. But he's still happy as shit, and we're going to see like the Sears Santa afterwards. But I found that photo like last Christmas. I go, oh, look at this gem. And I went upstairs. I was like, I found it. And my mom's like, oh my God. And Ian, my brother, was there. And he's just like, oh my God.
You guys have to recreate that photo.
I kind of want to.
You should.
I'm going to put it on my desktop background.
Well, what's even funnier about it now, though, is Ian is like bigger than you.
He's like
physically.
he's like 6'2" with a big ass beard.
Yeah.
He's not 6'2", he's tall. But
Yeah. Ian's what, like 6 foot, 6'1"?
that's
Somewhere
big
in
beard,
there.
big giant beard.
Yeah,
like,
and he's
just-
over 200 pounds.
Yeah,
like,
he's a brick
Ian's a big boy.
Yeah, he's a brick shit house. Of a
Yeah,
kid.
and he's a thick man. Like he's not fat, but he's a substantial man.
he is shapes.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's a well-proportioned man.
He's a well-oiled machine.
Yes.
Yeah, real lunch pail guy.
Yeah. Real lunch pail guy.
Yeah.
Real, first one in, last
Real
one out.
9 to 5er he
Real
is.
9 to 5er. Blue collar roots.
Yeah, blue collar roots can
Scrappy.
pushes the wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's gonna. Can we do an episode? I kind of want to hear push feedback from the boys in this. You may have pushback also, but
Yeah.
I want to do like an NFL draft episode.
Okay.
we just are like, all right, so here's how our teams did. It's just like I look at this guy, and we watch tape, and then we just do an episode where we're just like watching a couple tapes, and it's just like, all right, what do you think about this guy? Bouncy. He's good. Like he's got good knees, bouncy knees.
Okay, let me stop you there.
Yeah.
Okay. He is a running back.
Yep.
Black dreadlocks.
Yes, exactly. About 5'9".
Yep.
5'9".
215.
Yeah, I was say 200.
185.
Buck 95. I was gonna say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say 185 to 215.
Yeah. Alvin Kamara.
Yeah.
How would you describe Alvin Kamara? Bouncy.
Bouncy,
Yeah.
great knees, quick twitch, muscle fibers,
Quick touch.
explosive.
Just described Alvin Kamara.
Really, just a rocket out there.
Take it off to the moon.
Just lots of razzle dazzle.
Yeah.
You know,
There's certain now I've noticed this too because we live in a college town.
Yeah.
That like especially with college basketball recruiting in particular, and like now this is like the time of year it's picking up. I can tell, and it was so funny because we were chatting about this a little bit today. Somebody just read attributes of a player today, and I knew position, height, and where he was going to school.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was it?
He was going to Duke.
Okay.
He said athletic frame.
Okay.
Athletic frame. Above average jump shooter.
Okay.
Mind for the game. As soon as I
Athletic frame, above average shooter.
Yep.
Mind for the game.
I said 6'8" power forward Duke. He goes, "Oh my God, you nailed it."
Athletic frame. So automatic. He's a bigger guy. That narrows it down to center, power forward.
If you hear athletic frame, power forward or center.
Yep.
Better than average jump shooter, not a center.
No.
Usually a power forward, forward that can shoot.
Yep.
Good mind for the game. Very smart academic school.
It's white.
Black.
Really?
Black kid. Yeah.
Well, athletic frame though.
Yeah.
So that makes
See,
sense. Yeah.
now you're picking up on
I'm picking up. Yeah. There's subtleties there.
Yeah.
There's a little coded language.
Yep. As soon as I heard mind for the game, I was like, Duke, smart.
Smart kid.
Yep.
He's playing at a D1 school.
Yeah. So
Could have been Vanderbilt.
it's not Duke.
Duke. Yeah.
He said athletic frame.
Yeah. True.
If he said lengthy,
Lengthy.
good mind for the game, above average jump shooter, I'd be like, SEC school, Vanderbilt.
Oh my God. Lengthy.
Yep. Yeah. That's a Syracuse recruit. If you hear it,
Yeah.
that's another thing. So Syracuse got a commit today, and exactly like when you hear the language, he's above average shooter.
Okay.
Okay, usually works for us. Plays bigger than he is.
Okay.
Okay, which I was like, okay, and then a good high ball skills. Okay, so that is a zone defender
Yes.
who can shoot. That's a Syracuse prototypical athlete.
And
Like,
plays bigger than he is.
Yep.
So he's a guard.
yeah, he's
Okay.
a 6'4" guard. Yeah, yeah. Now, usually with Syracuse, they play a lot of 2-3. They exclusively play 2-3 zone.
Yes.
So always a guy that's above, plays bigger than he is.
Yep.
Usually a guy that's about 6'6" or 6'7". Has got a wingspan of like a 7'1" guy.
Yep.
That's a prototypical Syracuse forward. Like never the tallest guy,
Nope.
but plays bigger than he is.
Plays bigger than he is.
Yep. You're gonna start reading that. Like you would just start like looking at like top 100 recruits. You just start reading attributes, and it's just
Yeah.
like, yep. He's going to Carolina, and then you don't even look at the school. You're just like,
he's going to Carolina.
He's going here,
He's
yeah.
UConn.
Yeah.
This one's going to Kentucky.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. I think
that
I even
is funny.
Yeah, you almost nailed it. Did you fart?
Nah,
Did I fart?
probably.
No, I didn't though.
I don't smell anything, man.
Something smells stinky. Is there a dead body in this luggage?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I
don't know. Shit.
What else did we
Good time for a
discuss?
juke break.
Whoop, whoop. There you go. Ooh, Father Onassis, good Lord.
Wafting.
Wafted in. So,
I'm gonna go home, and it's just like, why do you smell like a disco?
hey, baby. Yeah.
You want to dance, baby?
You want to dance, baby? Come to my discotheque. Yeah.
Come to my discotheque. We dance, baby. Yes.
Yeah. So, speaking of discotheques, recently I shared a video on our Instagram page.
I forgot about. Okay.
Yeah.
I almost scraped past this. We'll close with this. 'Cause
Okay.
This shit is. We posted it on our. If you peep the Wine Boys Instagram page at Wine Boys Pod. There was a. It's so funny. It's a woman. What state did we decipher where that was?
Let me see if I can find out.
Yeah. Okay.
But basically, a woman went to a McDonald's. She was upset because they got her order wrong.
Yep.
They got her order wrong, so she went into the store, basically to tell them they got her order wrong. I guess she waited for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, there was like
before
surveillance.
anybody said anything.
Yeah,
Let's
there
see,
was
it's
surveillance
WLWT. It's a CBS affiliate. Well, it's 5. It's an NBC affiliate.
W.
WL.
What are the call letters?
Hmm?
What are the call letters again? WLWT.
WLWT.
All right, WLWT.
WLWT.
is in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay, so this isn't Shit's a Splatty.
Yep.
Cincinnati. Okay. So
Shin's a splinty.
this woman went to a McDonald's. I guess they got her order wrong. They forgot some things. So she went inside of the building to tell them after going through drive-through that they messed up her order.
There's surveillance footage of her just like standing there, like
standing
tapping her
there,
toes.
tapping her. Then
She's
she went to get a
definitely waiting.
soda. She's waiting for a while.
She's waiting for a minute, yeah.
And I guess she gets frustrated and begins throwing her food at the manager of this fine establishment. So
A greater Cincinnati McDonald's.
yes. So from there, you see a blender fly through the air and hit this woman in the face, and she falls to the ground very hard. In dramatic fashion. Now,
It's so fucking funny.
you got to remember, this is McDonald's. This is a commercial food preparation blender.
This is a big.
It weighs a smooth 15 pounds at least.
I'm saying probably 20, 30 pounds. Like
now I got to say, the manager has to have a hell of a shot put
that boy
to be able to throw that.
strong.
And they showed pictures of the woman's face, like after.
It's not good.
No, like a black eye, swollen lip,
It looks
like
her eye looks like
I think it broke her nose or
her
something.
eye looked like a
yeah.
cue ball.
Yeah, like she was fucked up by this blender. Now, I gotta wonder,
She got her ass handed to her by a fucking blender.
who's at fault here? Who's at fault?
I think it's equal parts.
Because I saw the video.
Okay, now.
Okay.
I don't. I think it's pretty alarming that somebody tosses a commercial blender in someone's face.
Throwing a commercial blender at someone's face is a little overkill, but
It's a little much, yeah.
But
like I've gotten pretty angry. Never thought to throw a blender at somebody.
no.
Yeah.
But I gotta wonder. The woman said she was waiting for like 20 minutes. Okay.
I've waited I've waited long for my food sometimes. Lunch rushes and stuff like that. Like I don't think I've ever waited 20 minutes without just like leaving. Like, hey, can I just like get my money? Like I would go up there and be like, can I get my money back?
Right.
Like,
But-
let's just finish this. You know? I got shit to do.
I gotta wonder, like, what did she say before she started to go off? Did she say anything?
There's no audio. That's the problem.
There's no audio, so you don't know.
All
Like,
you're,
did she
working off
actually-
of is the nonverbals, and then the blender toss.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
So you get this woman who, angrily throws down the food, starts throwing it at the guy, to which elicits a reaction of a guy then tossing a commercial blender at her face.
So yeah,
And hits her so fucking hard in the face.
Yes,
like,
it hit her really hard. But I just got one. Did she say anything when she came in?
I don't know.
I don't know. Did she actually say anything?
I think she looked like she was just standing there.
That's what it looked like in the video.
Like obviously,
she stood there.
yeah,
she
so
got a soda.
Yeah,
she
she's not like a
waited.
demonstrative, like loud person. Like, hey, you forgot my whatever, or you didn't do this. Like sometimes you have to be a little pushy.
You do
within reason. Like don't be an asshole. But like,
But I mean, this is fast food. Let's assume this is like the dinner rush.
Yeah.
So like they're busy.
Yeah,
You gotta flag somebody down and just say,
be
hey, like
kind of like
you
my
forgot
move.
the apple slices. Like
Yeah, like
whatever.
my move typically is I always go to where you receive your food.
Yes.
And I just set up shop, and I wait a cool minute and see if anybody notices, and I wait for them to engage. Can I help you, sir?
Oh, I talk right away.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I don't wait that long, but if I feel like I'm blatantly being ignored, then I say something like hey, excuse me, can I just I noticed this. I'll just say this something real quick, and then they usually fix it, and boom, it's done.
Yeah, I say I worked in fast food in high school.
Yeah, so you kind of
So I'm just like,
your
nah,
ropes are a little bit your ropes are a little bit more. I guess I'm a little bit more lax when it comes to that.
I mean,
Like,
I'm not a
I'm
dick.
taking body punches first, while you're
Right.
just like, I'm going for the knockout.
Right. Let's get this in and out. Like, come on now. Like, I mean, I'm not a dick about it. I never yell at people or any shit like that. 'Cause let's be honest, like,
never be condescending.
You're coming in, you're talking to people that are making just over minimum wage. Like, there's no reason for that. It's just, don't be a dick about it. Be direct. Hey, you forgot this. And then 9 times out of 10, it's like, oh, I'm sorry. Let me get that for you. And then that's it.
That's it.
So
also, you got to remember that there is just enough room where you can't see what they're doing behind that. So don't be mean.
People will fuck with your food,
Yeah,
which is also something very important to remember.
Because you're going to have a pubic hair in your cheeseburger.
But also, one thing you got to remember is these people, most of them, now the manager makes more money, but most of the motherfuckers working at McDonald's are making just over minimum wage. They're not
putting in their gung-ho effort.
These are not the kind of people. I'll put it this way. If you want to go to a race to the bottom, they'll meet you there gladly. Okay? Because you're dealing with people that don't give a fuck. This is not your highly polished executive who has shit to lose that he cares about, you know?
These people don't have anything to lose.
There are no fucks to give. You're dealing with mostly you're dealing with a lot of, I don't want to generalize people here, but okay. Because I worked in fast food, I can say this. When I worked in fast food, there were a lot of people there.
Because you worked in fast food, you can say this?
When I worked in fast food in high school.
What do you mean you worked in fast food?
There were a lot of high school dropouts.
Correct.
High school kids.
Still are, yep.
Yeah. And then just like, you know, people that were just hardworking individuals, okay?
Real lunch pail guy.
Real lunch pail guys, real 9-to-5ers. Listen, you're not dealing with a professional crowd here.
No, nobody has press khakis.
Okay? You might have a drinking problem behind the counter. Like a barely functioning alcoholic working behind the counter. You know, person's gonna yell and like beat his kids
inside of the
shit.
Coca-Cola that he's drinking underneath the cashier. Yeah.
Yeah, like when you're going into an establishment like McDonald's, you don't know who you're dealing with that's behind the counter. Okay. So for you to just, or that, you know, 18-year-old kid that just graduated high school, not really going anywhere, and he doesn't give a fuck about you.
Yeah, he doesn't have a single fuck to give for you.
Ran out of fucks long ago.
Yeah.
And now you're going to yell at this fucking kid because he forgot your McDouble?
And he goes, nah, son.
No, son. You're not going to talk to me about that like that and just get away with it. But also, like, there's a certain sense when you're working in fast food of, like, people will already talk to you a certain way because they kind of look down on you because you're working in fast food.
I got to tell you, because I have an anecdote about this, but finish your story because I saw it like a month ago, and I kind of just like let it go, but then I kind of thought about it more, and I was like, what a bitch. Like,
I remember working at KFC when I was in like my freshman year at community college, and this woman like came in and she was like, oh, so what are you doing now? And like, bitch, I don't know you. And then I was just like, you know, like, oh, going to college, working here part-time. And then she was like, oh, good for you. Like
eat a bag of dicks.
Like, fuck you, lady.
So that was kind of the conversation. And so I went to a fast food establishment in a high traffic area, let's put it that way. A lot of like, you know, office park people, stuff like that. Right. So I'm like, you know what? I'm hungry. I'm just going to get a quick bite. So went there. The line was busy, real busy. The woman in front of me is pretty well dressed. So I was like, all right, so she does fine. I don't know. This could be a Marshall's outfit. I don't fucking know.
It's kind of hard to tell women sometimes.
Yeah, she's faking it until she's making it. So she's like, gets her food, does like one of these little, like the quick peers, and notices right away that something's missing. And she was just like, and she was like, right up to the front of the line again. Excuse me. It's like real quick. And like there are like 9 people in line. And guy behind the counter's like, yeah? She's like, you forgot, you know, this part of my meal. And he goes, oh, I apologize. If you want to just stand off to the side, I'm going to help this next customer in line. They can wait. I was like, oh,
one of these.
They can wait.
Oh.
So he was just like, ma'am, it would actually be easier. Now, he was very good. Like, he either been working there for a while, might have been a manager, I don't know. He was like, ma'am, it'd actually be easier if you just stepped off to the side. I can just let, one of my coworkers know.
Finish ringing up this guy's
exactly.
order.
He goes, I'm
and
gonna finish doing this, and I'm gonna tell somebody just to make this real quick for you, and we'll get it done. She goes, what gives you the right to tell me what to do? And I'm like, okay, we're gonna
right,
this
all
bitch.
right,
And then the guy, who was like next to go in line, he's like, my order's not that big. It's not gonna take very long. She's like, I'm gonna need to speak to somebody, and he's the manager's standing right there, and he's just like, I'm the manager, so, and she's like, I want blah blah blah, and he's just like, he handled that situation very well. Like he was like praising his employee, he's like he handled the situation very well, but he's like also like, here, ma'am, he goes, I'll give you a free ice cream or whatever the fuck. And then she goes on her merry way, and I got up there and I was just like to him, I was like, yeah, you definitely. I was like, you handled that really well, man. I was like, if you could receive tips, I would give you one because you did a really good job with that. And he goes, yeah, man. He goes, some people suck, and I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. I was like, it's true though. Like you got. There's
totally true.
Yeah, there's always listen. You get some trail mix. There's always a handful of the shitty raisins. You just got to push past them. Push past them. It's never. There's never. It's always that one bad chip at the bottom of the bag. Just happens. All right?
Yeah, or I remember...
she was old. This could be your last meal. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, no, she's probably just a cunt. Never actually had to work in any sort of customer service-oriented job in her life.
She's just been kind of like, stuck in an office.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's about it.
She's kind of...
It's pretty much been like, my first job was right after I graduated from college.
Yeah.
Totally professional, white collar.
Never seen a bucket of grease in her life.
No. She never had to go home smelling like chicken.
Yeah.
So it's...
I have. Didn't even work in fast food.
Yeah. Oh, I did. But yeah, it's really interesting though to see people like that. Or I remember one day, right? Like I'm working at KFC, and I am the only person working drive-through. At my shift that day was from 10 a.m. when they opened till 4 p.m. It was the beginning of dinner.
Yeah, so you
and
get
the person,
lunch rush and then dinner. Yeah.
And then the person that's supposed to relieve me for dinner was late that day. So I ended up having to stay a little longer. I'm the only person on drive-through.
Always the day you gotta leave early.
Yeah.
Or you I got shit to do at 5, and you get there at 4:58, and it's just I want you to. I want you.
So I'm the only one
to kill yourself.
So it starts up. It starts up around 3:30. I'm supposed to be doing prep for dinner, but drive-through is out into the street at this point. I'm the only one on drive-through. So I'm like, well, let's just buckle in and get these orders because prep ain't done because this motherfucker ain't here. Oh, well.
Yeah.
So
you made the executive decision, which at the end of the day was the right decision.
Make the orders.
Get.
I'm the only one. I can only move so fast. I'm taking the order. I'm making the order. I'm ringing the order out.
Yeah.
Slammed. Going to get through it one way or another.
Yeah. Control the controllables.
Yes. Listen, it's what is that? I'm not the most religious man, but I like that serenity prayer, which is what is it? I think it's God give me the freedom to, God grant me the serenity.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed. I think that's a football analogy. You need to control the controllables.
Yeah,
don't overdo it. This is your lane. Stay in that lane.
Yeah,
within reason. If you think you can add more.
Yeah, here it is.
Sustain more of the controllables.
It's God grant me the serenity to accept things I can't change, the courage to change things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Okay? Basically, Gerald locked in and said, you know what? This is what we're doing now. We're just going to go through it. Eventually, it's going to change. So anyway, making orders. And I hear this car blowing its horn. In the drive-thru, blowing its horn. There's only one cook in the back too, because this is still dinner. This is still like the earlier shift.
Yeah.
blowing the horn. The
like
cooks can't keep.
Because like a
can't keep up.
2 for 1 sale. What the fuck?
I don't know, but there was only one cook back there. He can't keep up. We're running out of shit. So I'm just at this point pulling cars. Hey man, you gotta wait 20-minute wait on chicken. Sorry, pretty much.
And it's just like sorry.
Just letting you know, we got a 20-minute wait on extra crispy. Go ahead with your order.
Yeah.
People are coming up. Hey, we just ran out of original. Got to pull up and wait. All right, man. Whatever.
Yeah. Some people, regular, normal, able-bodied person.
Now, this one woman pulls up to the drive-thru, and I let her know as soon as she gets up to the window to pay, and she's been blowing her horn while sitting at the window, blowing her horn. And I just said, hey, you order popcorn chicken, just like, we just put it down. It's going to be fresh when it comes up, but there's a 5-minute wait. I'm going to need you to pull around in the front of the building, and someone will bring it out to you when it's ready. Well, I've been blowing my horn this whole time waiting for somebody. And I said, listen, we're really busy right now. I'm the only person back here preparing orders, so I'm getting to you as fast as I can. But there's a wait. You got to pull around. She says, nope. Puts the car in park. I'm sitting right here. And I said, ma'am, there's a line of cars behind you right now. If you don't move, none of this food goes out. Pretty much. Like, this is only going to take longer if you don't move. It's only going to take you longer to get your food because while they're making the food, I still got to continue to make orders and I got to make the ones I can make, which means it's going to take longer to get to your shit so we can bring it out. So, dealing with that. Let's see. I had one guy on Mother's Day.
Wait. How did the story end? Did she end up leaving?
Oh, no, she sat there.
And then just...
She sat there until we threatened to call the police. And then she pulled around front. Yeah.
Just like, you're technically impeding on service, which is, I guess, a crime?
Yeah. We did that before. Let's see. There was one time where I told a guy that we had a 20-minute wait on biscuits. He yelled at me because it was Mother's Day. How could there be a wait on biscuits? And I said I could substitute them with another side. And he was like, no, I need these biscuits. Threw his car in park, and I was like, sir, you can't wait here. We got other cars behind you. And he was like, well, how dare you? Like, he got mad.
How dare you?
So then
I need these biscuits.
He was getting real. He was talking real tough when he was sitting in his car.
I think that's the name of the episode.
So then he parked his car.
I need these biscuits.
I need these biscuits. So then he threw his car and drive, pulled out, skirt, and then he parked in a spot, came in while holding his child, and was talking big shit.
Bouncing him. I need these biscuits.
His kid was like 2 or 3 years old, and actually a person was working with me at the time.
Okay.
That I...
we can speak about it after.
I'll tell you who after. But anyway, he went to high school with us.
Okay.
And he comes out, and he was like, hold up. You don't let him talk to you like he was saying this to me like, what, this guy wants to talk some shit? He comes in, dude comes in carrying his kid, talking about like, yo, what are you gonna do if you don't give me these biscuits? Like talking real tough. And basically,
what are you gonna do?
You don't give me these biscuits. I better get these biscuits.
All right, son.
Keep in mind,
you're gonna get these biscuits.
You're talking to like 18 and 19-year-old fast food employees.
Yeah.
It's nothing for us to lose this job. We don't give a fuck about this job at this point.
If we get fired, I go work for another fast food establishment.
Yeah.
Or
with little effort.
Or a better place.
It's up from it's nothing but up from here.
I don't think I can get much worse.
Like, listen, fam, this is not even going on my resume. So, fam, what do you want to do?
That's how you know it's a bad job.
This guy was really giving us like tough guy talk. Like, let's make this physical.
What are you gonna do if I don't get?
What are you gonna do if I don't get these biscuits? He was like, this can get bad if I don't get these.
She's like, I don't know, man. Fuck your mom. Like, I don't know.
And then
you want to butter some biscuits? I'll see you and your mama later.
The person we went to high school with basically said, put down your kid. Let's find out.
Oh, I like that.
I think
the best part of that was put down your kid.
Let's find out. I might have said something about jumping over the counter.
Yeah.
Like, and then eventually,
how bad you want these biscuits?
And then eventually he calmed his tone.
Because then he saw the collective size of both of you, and he's just like, shit.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
definitely
by
gonna-
the way, this kid was a big kid as well.
He's like, shit, I'm going to lose this fight.
He was like a year younger than us in high school, but he was a big kid as well. Taller than me, built similarly to your brother.
Starting to pick up who this might be. But
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And
There's also a lot of kids that look like that. So
yeah, true. Extremely Italian last name. If that,
it's starting to help.
okay.
Yeah, okay.
You might not. I'll tell you after. But yeah,
As I say, you're
but we had a few of those rendezvous though at KFC where people got extremely angry over having to wait for food.
Yeah, I've also noticed that like I think it's also based on on the fast food establishment as well. Like
Yeah.
Like you ever see that shit happen at a Chick-fil-A? I haven't.
No, but haven't been there long enough. I mean, I haven't been there enough times.
I mean, I've been there when it was like balls to the wall, like the
Mobbed.
the
Yeah.
busiest I've ever seen a place.
Yeah.
And people are smiling and I don't know, maybe it's something they put in the Chick-fil-A sauce, but like
Maybe. But also,
everybody-
I've never had a crazy wait at a Chick-fil-A though.
yeah. I mean, I've seen similar situations at a Taco Bell that you've had. I've had similar situations at a Burger King.
Well, Taco Bell off the rip, they take forever to make your food.
Yeah.
Always.
Always.
It doesn't matter. You can be the only
Unbelievably
person
long.
there. Yeah. And everything's in guns. They got the beef and cheese gun. Yeah.
Just farting out sour cream on your beef and cheese burrito.
Yeah, of course.
You want extra sour cream? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I
this
never
Elmer's glue of sour
Yeah.
cream. Yeah.
just glues your whole shit together. Yeah. But yeah, you'll see that though. But people get annoyed because they got to wait, and you got some 19-year-old kid who clearly does not give a fuck about this job making your shit.
He give a shit about you. He can give a shit about you as a person.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
We're good. I guess. Well, yeah. So we were obviously on hiatus the last couple of weeks. So I was in Virginia for a wedding. We were in Roanoke. Never been there before. It's like basically when the South starts turning to the South. That's probably the best way I can
Okay.
describe it. Like you get a lot of y'alls and a lot. So you start getting like Southern. It's not like Southern Baptist, but it's like there's some people from the South.
Okay. I'm looking at maps.
Yeah, it's like right in the middle of Virginia. It's in the mountains.
Okay.
Yeah. It's by like Mill Mountain, which I guess is like a big ass mountain rangy
Big
area.
old mountain.
Yeah. It's just middle of Virginia.
Okay.
So
Oh, you're close to West Virginia.
yeah, it's West Virginia borders like all, but like when you drive, you like clip West Virginia for. I mean, you're near West Virginia for like 20 minutes, and then you're in Virginia.
Okay.
But like we drove there from here to there. It's about an 8-hour drive. And basically, it's mostly Pennsylvania. You clip Maryland, you clip West Virginia, then you're in Virginia.
Do you hit like Pittsburgh?
No, you don't.
So you don't go that far
You go
west.
Yeah, you go the middle of Pennsylvania. So you're going through
Okay.
like Harrisburg.
Okay, heart of like the Dutch country and
Kinda,
the
yeah.
Amish.
There's some metropolitan. So like you go through Scranton,
Okay.
cut over, then you go down.
Okay.
So you go. Your two biggest cities you hit are Scranton and Harrisburg. Harrisburg is like right before you get to Maryland.
Okay.
It's like at the southern tip of Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So
The weird part of Pennsylvania.
a lot of trucks. It's like
Yeah.
a lot of tractor trailers. I sent you a picture. There was a adult superstore called the Lion's Den.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
just like, I wonder what they're doing in here.
Wow. So yeah, Pennsylvania's a weird state.
Yeah, I did find a new gas station chain that I would personally love for us to sponsor this podcast because they spell everything with a Z, which I'm all about. So
What?
Yeah,
What are they called?
it's called Sheets with a Z.
Oh, I've heard
Sheets
of them.
Brothers. It's dope.
Yeah. Sheets is cool.
So I was taking a shit at a Sheets. I was. I love saying that phrase. I was taking a shit at the Sheets, and there was a picture. I think I sent you the photo, but it was like it's one of those baby changing stations. So like there's two photos of like this is what your baby looks like when it's buckled, and this is what your baby looks like when it's not buckled. So the baby buckled is like smiling and he's happy, but for some reason the baby that's not buckled is like yelling down, like like angrily at somebody. So I like did a shout out on Twitter. I was like at Sheets. I was like I used your establishment and blah blah blah. I was like, can somebody tell me like what the fuck this baby is yelling at? Like, and Sheets got back to me. They're like, they're yelling at the father for not buckling him in.
I love that.
Yeah. And so, yeah, Sheets Brothers, if you're listening, ear to the ground, this is a great opportunity for you. We too spell everything with a Z.
Of course.
So we got you on that. It's a great opportunity. A lot of ears, a lot of eyes. You know, basically, you know, let's do the damn thing. You know, you want us to eat sandwiches and shit on the air? You want us to take live videos? Paid sponsorship? Tell us. I'll shill the shit out of your Sheets.
Please do. Trick or Sheets.
Trick or Sheets, yeah.
Yeah, Sheets did respond.
Yeah. It's actually a really it's a great like above average convenience store. It really is.
Okay.
Okay. Here's and for the boys in the Northeast, this one is really going to hit home. All right, I kind of grade my convenience stores based on a couple of things: bathroom cleanliness, variety, and then overall food quality. Okay. I still cannot find, and somebody can tell me if I'm wrong. You can at me on this one. I still can't find anything that trumps a Wawa.
Wawa's hard.
Wawa's dope.
Wawa's hard.
For the Northeastern boys, Philadelphia and Jersey, South Jersey in particular.
Wawa goes hard.
Wawa goes hard.
Wawa
man.
goes hard. Now, the
It's
only
like-
thing I can find that's comparable to a Wawa, Fast Track.
Yeah.
But even then, I got to say Burn Dairy's better.
Yeah, so that's a local one for us. Like Burn Dairy's got, because they just got a lot of shit.
Burn Dairy is so much shit.
Fast Track is okay. Fast Track makes good pizza.
Fast Track's coffee is good.
It is. It's not bad. Yeah,
Like their Colombian roast?
yeah, it's pretty good.
It's good.
Yeah, I do like a Fast Track. No, man, Wawa's that's my gospel.
Yeah, you can get a smoothie at Wawa.
Man, their breakfast sandwiches, shit.
Horde.
Oh, they're so
But
good.
yeah, but the
fresh.
deli sandwiches,
Deli
from
sandwiches
Burn
are good
Dairy.
too. Yeah, they're good.
Also,
I don't know.
Burn Dairy has that motherfucking Stromboli for breakfast.
All right, I see.
You ever had that breakfast Stromboli from Burn?
No, but I might.
Yeah, shit, that's like 2 meals.
That's how I start and end my day.
Jesus, it's a lot.
Yeah, I listen. Might have to put this one on a poll, but
Yeah.
I think nothing touches a Wawa. It really is. I think it's
Now, if you're health conscious, Wawa.
Yeah, for real, because they have
All day.
everything: smoothies, fucking, skinny girl meals, whatever you need. Like,
Yeah.
It's a hot girl summer, so
Right. But if you want to go to, it's pregnant bitch winter soon. If you listen, if you want to go and you just want to like face fuck yourself with like shit that's gonna kill you in the next 15 years,
Yeah.
Burn Dairy's where it's at.
Burn Dairy's where it's at.
You got the donuts.
Yeah.
You got that breakfast pizza.
Yep.
Them bees churgers.
Yes, those beast burgers.
You got the pizza. Like
Yeah, Burn has really stepped up their game. They used to just be like kind of like an ice cream stand.
Yeah.
But now they're like, they got in the convenience store game and they're hitting it hard. So
Listen, if you want like a grilled sandwich at a Burn Dairy,
yeah,
they have
I've had
thing.
some dope paninis at Wawa.
You ever see
though.
the butter roll at Burn Dairy?
Yeah, and it's so gross looking.
It's disgusting.
It's so gross.
They've got like that popcorn movie theater butter on what looks like a tape dispenser, but it's extra wide,
and
and they just roll the bread across it to butter it before they toast it.
usually like
I can hear my arteries clogging.
yeah,
right now.
you can just like hear the butter like hitting it. Usually like
They just flip it
yeah,
over.
Burger places and stuff have that too. There's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like it's like a turnstile of butter. Like, it's just
Well, what they're calling butter.
yeah.
It's mostly partially hydrogenated.
yeah. It's
Whatever the fuck in there.
yeah. It's
Butter
it's-
product.
Yeah, it's cow skin. I don't know what it's in there. Like, it's like cow snouts. Like it's just what's in that butter? Cow like pieces. Like
Just dairy product.
what? It's whatever didn't fit in the milk.
They don't even fucking like refrigerate it.
No, it's just there.
It's just there.
Yeah, it just congeals and just stays. Yeah.
Yeah, we use it.
There's no way you're talking your way out of this one, Chet. I don't think so.
Yeah, Gary's car was leaking oil, so we we dumped some of this in it.
It works fine.
And not only does it work, but the car stopped leaking oil. I don't know what happened. Yeah, he drives a 92 Plymouth Neon.
Yeah, you seized the engine with butter. Nice job, asshole.
Not see, it actually runs cleaner.
Yeah.
It broke down all the engine sludge.
Yeah. Vegetable oil, the wave of the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, Wawa doesn't have the butter wheel.
No, because I think it's a better. I think they think more of themselves. Like, I think if they saw one of their customers come in, like, mind you, their clientele, Philadelphia, so big city, Philadelphia, New Yorkers, New Jersey.
New Jersey, yeah.
So it's
not so
like-
much New York. It's more.
There's some, like, I'm talking about, like, Manhattan. Like, you're talking about
Okay.
guys, like, from the city, outside.
Yeah.
Outside the boroughs.
Yeah.
They're visiting Philly on a business. They're going to the shore for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. They're going to the shore for the weekend.
Yeah. What's more Philly, South Jersey?
Yeah, and it's always everything seems always clean. I've never
Yes,
walked
Wawa is really clean.
immaculately clean. Like, I've never walked
Yes.
into a Wawa and been like, this place is filthy. Like, I've
No.
always walked in and been like, this place is almost too clean. Like,
Clean, recently renovated.
what are you hiding?
Mm-hmm.
Where are the bodies? Like, but all right, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Thanks for bearing with us for this 2-week hiatus.
Uh-huh.
We will never leave you again.
Yes. Never.
Sleep tight tonight, boys. We'll tuck you in.
Yes. Never.
Never.
Never. Never. What the fuck are they sending us? Okay. Never.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Time for bed. You gotta
Toodles.
Go, yep. Go check on the baby. Oh, by the way, I don't know. This just kind of popped into my head, but your baby's got so much more hair now.
Yeah,
Since
she's
it's-
hairy.
Yeah, you got a real baby now.
Yeah, she's like
How old is she? 4 months?
5 months.
5 months. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
old as shit.
That's
now.
be. I'm saying she
You're
does.
driving
I'm saying
soon.
she'll be driving soon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. When's she gonna start cooking you guys dinner?
Shit, tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. She's 6 months. Kick her ass out.
All right, you're
right.
getting evicted, kid. You had a good run.
Yeah. Right. Yep. Figure out that walking thing.
That's
Yeah.
right. It'll get you a job in a sweatshop or something. Okay.
She's got those nimble fingers. So.
Little nimble baby fingers. I don't think her fine motor skills are quite down.
No,
yet.
and she can't really like express like what's going on in the workplace. So.
No.
Yeah.
Not a big HR complainer. Okay.
She just drools. She just drools a lot. Never speaks. Like.
It has that blank stare.
she has a devastating blank stare. It's really good. And then it's always followed by some type of like fluid coming out of her face, like it's like vomit or drool. Yeah, it's just like I'm staring and I'm throwing up.
Partially smile.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm smiling. I'm puking. Like it's
Yep,
just,
that's it. That's it.
and yeah. So,
All
right, boys. We will see you next week.
Yep.
Bye bye.
I love you. Please call me back.